Have you ever wondered about the mushy organs in your body that kind of look like two bread loaves? The annoying sound you have to make, or else it feels like an elephant is sitting on your body. Look no further. Hi, we're Group 3, and we're going to teach you about the respiratory system. Now calm down, take a deep breath, because we did all the hard work for you. First, let's talk about the respiration process. In the beginning of this process, the brain sends signals to the diaphragm to contract inward and inhale by lowering air pressure in the lungs. The nasal cavity then humidifies, warms, and cleans this air. Afterwards, the air moves through the pharynx, into the larynx where the vocal cords are, then through the trachea, and finally into the bronchi. The bronchi branch off into smaller bronchioles until the air reaches the alveoli where CO2 and O2 are exchanged. Oxygen is circulated through the bloodstream and the diaphragm expands outwards and relaxes the chest to exhale. This causes the alveoli to release CO2 as a result of elastic recoil. CO2 exits through the same path. Now let's go deeper into gaseous exchange. The gaseous exchange is basically when O2 and CO2 are exchanged through the fusion in the alveoli. The concentration gradient is created through this process because of CO2 on one side of the respiratory membrane and O2 on the other. The CO2 leaves the carbon dioxide-rich blood to move on to an area of lower concentration, the lungs. The oxygen leaves the lungs and goes into the CO2-rich blood since it has a lower concentration of O2. The respiratory system is also an important part of maintaining homeostasis. It provides CO2 to the cells and gets rid of CO2. Keeping the bloodstream at the right pH by controlling the concentration of CO2, regulates body temperature and water content while exhaling, controls the movement of the diaphragm and lungs, helps with blood circulation, and protects the body from pathogens that are inhaled. Now for the fun part, diseases. There are many diseases that occur in the respiratory system, the most common disease of which include asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Asthma is a chronic long-term lung disease that causes inflammation and narrowing of the airways. The airways become extremely swollen and sensitive to certain substances. Sometimes, asthma can result in an asthma attack. During an attack, the muscles around the airways contract and the pathways narrow even more, making breathing very difficult. Bronchitis is a disease that occurs when the bronchial tubes get inflamed. Symptoms include coughing up mucus, wheezing, and difficulty breathing. Bronchitis in most cases is caused by smoking. The chemicals in cigarette smoke damage cilia, tiny hair-like appendages in your airway that clean up mucus. The result is a buildup of mucus in the bronchial tubes. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs, or alveoli, in one or both lungs. The air sacs may fill with fluid, causing cough with phlegm, fever, chills, and difficulty breathing. Victims of pneumonia usually die from drowning due to the high amount of liquid in the alveoli. A wide range of organisms can cause pneumonia, from viruses to fungi. So how does the respiratory system work together with the other body systems? Well, the cardiovascular system circulates oxygen around the body, and the nervous system sends signals to the diaphragm to move up and down. In return, the respiratory system provides all cells with oxygen and gets rid of the carbon dioxide. Now you know why the respiratory system and the circulatory system are best buds, and the nervous system is probably a really naggy teacher. With the knowledge of the gaseous exchange, parts of the system, and several diseases, you can now finally take a breath of fresh air.